model. Not kind of a planet you are living right now. We are exactly ourselves, no doubt at all. But the thing is, we don't know much about who we are. This is a kind of incredible, miserable, miserable things. See, exactly we ourselves, no doubt, no doubt. But we don't know much about who we are. So that's the reason we have to do that. The first person who realizes who we are is Shakyamuni Buddha. See, his realization is tremendous. His realization is tremendous. Our true self is completely different from what we are think of the self or ego. Entirely different. See, as the Zen Master, or as Master Dogen teaches, our true existence is complete and universal. This much different. So that's the reason we have to do a Zen. See, the first time to say, not to say anything, but do Zazen, not to say. Okay, so we go back to the today's text, number 102, waiting for novice. See, this is a kind of the Jinen Roshi's final saying, or final saying. You see, at the time of his last years, see, he just mentioned about. Well, of course, he just realized who he is. That's the reason he just won't teach us this. This must to realize who we are is tremendous. Not comparable at all. That's what he's realizes. In other words, what we will be able to realize who we are is complete, tremendous. Nothing compares at all. And that's the reason we have to do. So this is a kind of his final teaching. Then what he says, what teaches is excuse me, the Shakyamuni Buddha, having decided to quit after 6 years of arduous and painful practice. 6 years, Shakyamuni Buddha, just a kind of a painful, arduous practice. See, his practice was the practice nobody just ever done. He did it. See, his practice is the practice nobody ever done before. That's what he just practiced quite much. But unfortunately, he could not just solve the matter of death, life, the illness, and the becoming old. Say, he could not solve it. Then he just totally gave up. See, he just totally gave up to practice under kind of the yogi the highest rank of yogi named Adara Khan was so I don't know much about exactly what his name is or kind of high rank of the yogi. But then he just gave up to the practice under him or under kind of them. Although he just gave up to practice through the much kind of high rank the yogi just they taught him. Then he started practicing. He started practicing by himself. Oh, he is such a tremendous. See, you see, as long as the ordinary person, if person did like something the Shakyamuni Buddha did, see, most of us just totally gave up. No more practice anymore. No more practice. But he never gave up. He started practicing by himself. And then the first time, what he did is he just checked. See, he just his practice, kind of odorous and painful practice. Because he did, because he practiced, see, the practice nobody just ever done. Why he could not solve even this life or the illness or the aging or kind of becoming old. Or why he could not figure out or solve. We just check it. See, he's very clever in a sense. Then what's the conclusion is? You see what he did. He put the kind of modification of this or life or the illness or religion. Put the things ahead or in front of him. See, and he tried to solve what they did. See, that's things we are always just doing in our minds. Put something, we just put something, we just think of the question, trouble, or the problem, trouble, question, whether the so-called suffering. We just put it over there ahead. Then we just try to figure out, we just solve the what we think about the question of trouble by thinking. See, we always doing it. Nothing are the Shakyamuni Buddha did. I did something like this. Then there is the most the discovery. the most discovery the human being ever done. See, without doing anything, without doing anything. When I face this, see, I simply become as it is. See, he noticed this. Oh, what it is. without doing. When I face this, I just become as it is. See, why do you have to be? You see, nothing. We don't need to do anything. We don't do anything. We simply become as it is. See, oh, look at this. You can see. Oh, when I just ask something like, when I ask something like this, you just become agitated. Why you have to, why you have to ask the same thing? When, when I just sway this one like this, you just sway like this. Yeah. Why do you have to be? You see, when I hold this one up, you just act the same way. When I hold this one up, you just act the same way. Yeah. Why you have to be? Why you have to? Why do you have to do? See, Shakyamuni Buddha just realize these things. Although it's very hard to just realize it. If you're this, if your way of thinking is as acting, see, acting rapid activity, see, you never be able to just notice this reality. You see, when I hold this, it just become as it is. Why do you have to ask something like this without doing it? Without doing, you see, it's a very wonderful thing. But the first person who realized this wondrous thing, see, when I face this, I just become, see, when I hold this, you just become as it is. This is a wonder. See, we just act with everything. We just act with everything. Yeah. When I hold this, it just becomes all of you just act same things. When I hold this, it just all of you just act same. Why? See, this reality, he realized what it is. This is a wonder. This is the truth of the universe. This is the truth of the universe. We just act as everything is just acting. So this is a wonder. These things are the Shakyamuni Buddha at the beginning. At the beginning, he just realized. Then, without things, we can just simply act with everything. So we don't need to think about anything. We don't need to think about anything. So it's just release the thinking of thought as this is Zazen. This is Zazen. Then the more you just release the thinking of thought as it is out there, the more you just become the more you just become what you're facing. And eventually, there is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. He just completely forget about what he think of the self or ego. This is Zazen. Only Zazen. You'll be able to just realize these things. Then a kind of mask, just to twinkle. Then what I did, kind of the consciousness, kind of consciousness just come out. Then he just totally realized, see, who he was. You see, before before he recognized the mouth. See, there is nothing exists. There is nothing exists. Then he just recognized the mouth. Then there is a kind of mouth, and at the same time, what we think about the self come out. This is before recognize the things. There is nothing. There is nothing exists. This is a reality. Totally different from what we think about the reality, what we think about reality. That's the reason we have to just do zazen. See, in order to realize what's going on here, what's going on here, what's going on here is totally different from what you are thinking about. What's going on here? Right. Totally different. So the Shakyamuni Buddha, having decided to quit after 6 years of odorous and painful practice, then he never gave up. He went to to sit under the Bodhi tree, and eventually see, attained unprecedented truth. Tag question, unprecedented. See, he never accepted to realize this kind of unprecedented truth. Okay? Within what we think about the self, we never be able to realize this reality, this fact. You see, what it is when I face it. See, I simply become as it is. I just hold this up. You simply become what I am doing right now. Why do you have to be? Why do you have to do? See, you simply just ask as this is oneness. See, no separation between you and me, the things and me. There is no separation. You see, exactly one. This is a true ourselves. See what we think about the you and me is a kind of a creation of the thinking. That's a creation of the thinking. You and me never exist. Before you just realize the things, and then the things just come out with what you think about, others come out. Before recognition, there is nothing exists. Will be understandable. Congratulations. You never understand. Well, okay. Okay, when to sit under the Bodhi tree, they eventually attained unprecedented truth. You see, this is the most wondrous things. Wonder. You see, people never just realize this. You see, as I just as I just this very times with the whole day, simply just become as it is. See, this is such a wondrous thing without doing. without intending to be, to do, without intending to be, or without intending to do. You simply become as it is. This is our truth. Not thinking about the self or ego. Very, very fortunate. That's the reason we have to realize this reality. That's the only you'll be able to realize each other. The function of the six senses as tools. Yeah, this is a very good expression. A good expression. Kind of tool. Yeah. What kind of tool is the things to the eyes, the sound to ears, and the smell like a nose, and the taste to mouth, and the heart and the feel or perceive. Will be able to perceive to kind of a skin or kind of body, and the thinking. Thinking is without any reason, without any place. Thinking also just come out. Although all the six senses has a different function, but the same, exact same. With this body, just people think about the human body, but this body is not a human body. This is a Dharma body. That's entirely different from what people are thinking about. With this Dharma body, you see, six senses just act random, see, without center. The six senses just they're moving, others acting randomly, see, without any reason. Then, so you want to just six senses just make this sound. See, make this sound. Although, as I just mentioned about, although six senses can act or acting randomly without center, but when I just clap my hands, the sound just come out. This is a tremendous. Unfortunately, you never be able to just what I say, even in concept. So that's the reason. See, Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend our students as this very tremendous, wondrous thing. But if you can just realize this, you never have any trouble, question, problem at all. You never just have any suffering. Only to realize this, you're completely safe. You feel completely safe with everything. This is the best way for us to do. Gary-san. Today is Gary-san, no Gary-san. Gary-san, Gary. So, Gary-san, how do you do? How do you do? So this is your role. As I just mentioned, 1 square meter space. 1 square space is totally enough. If not, half of it is enough. Then a kind of round cushion or rectangle will be okay. doesn't matter. This sit on kind of thing. And then the thing says, whatever thinking of thought just come up in your mind. You see, thinking of thought just come out in your mind without any reason. People don't know much about it. So what the people think always because of kind of substance. Because of kind of substance, so-called human beings, so-called, see, think of kind of idea, kind of thinking. Then thinking and thought come out in your mind. This is totally misunderstanding. This is totally misunderstanding. Without any reason, without any substance, without any thinking or thought just come out in your mind. See? Just like the bubble, that's like a bubbles in the river. See, bubbles just come out without any reason, just come out. You see, that's a thinking also. See, that's the reason we don't need to care much about that. Whatever the thinking come on, simply release them as there. This is totally enough. But as far as people care much about, too much care. People just too much care, too much thinking. That's cause us trouble, question. Because people are just doing unnecessary things. Unnecessary thing. The activity or action. That's cause us trouble. Very simple, very simple. So the more, as I just mentioned before, the more you just release thinking and thought coming up in your mind without any, as then the more you do, the more you just become as it is. You just become what you're faced with. Then eventually there is no separation between this and that. See, completely oneness. You'll be able to see, you'll be able to realize that. You see, completely one. Completely one. See, nothing different. Nothing distinguished between this and this. Exactly the same. This is a reality. This is a reality. But unfortunately, by thinking of thought, you never will realize this. So that's the reason just to release. Just release thinking of thought. See, although we don't deny the thinking of thought is a very wonderful function. But that is another truth. That is another truth. See? What the truth is, what the reality is, as it is. As it is. Simply as it is. Without any intervention. Without any intervention. Simply as it is, directly become as it is. So once we have to realize this, otherwise we are already always be deceived by thinking also. But that's very miserable things. We are just deceived by our own thinking also. This is the most miserable thing. We are just deceived by own thinking also. So that's the reason we have to do. Okay, the function of the six senses as truths for the direct connection between people and the thing. See? When I face this, see, I simply become as it is. What the Jinen Roshi just teaches, as Jinen Roshi just teaches. When I face things, I simply become as it is, completely oneness, completely one, without any separation or intervention. See? Nothing, nothing. Direct as it is. See? Ear direct as it is. Sound direct as it is. Smell direct as it is. Taste direct as it is. Without any just intervention of what you think about yourself or ego. You see? So you'll be able to just go, what we think about ourselves or ego never exists. Because always only this direct activity, direct action, that's only exists. That's only exists. The direct activity or direct action. See? All these are the activities. Where can you just recognize the kind of what you think about the self or the ego? When I clap my hand, you directly become this sound itself. You see, when I hold this, you simply become this one. See, without doing anything. Oh, very wonderful. Very wonderful. So that if you just realize, if you want to realize this reality, Shakyamuni Buddha or Patriarchs just recommend us to the thousand. Only excuse me. Only thousand you'll be able to just realize this reality. You see, this reality is just such a marvelous. You never be able to have any trouble, trouble, problem, so-called suffering. So, very great, very great. Okay, just like the Shakyamuni Buddha, then the unquestionable reality of penetrating the truth of one. See? Unquestionable. Yeah. No question at all. No question at all, because no separation. No separation. So even you just try to find out any question, trouble, or oneness. Oneness. What's oneness is? Itself. Itself. Never be able to be realized what it is. And oneness. It's not necessary to just to know or to realize what it is. Oneness. See? Oneness is self. See? It's self. Never need to know what to realize what it is because of itself. See? The oneness. It is not necessary to realize what it is because of itself. See? So we are just acting. We can just act. We are just acting without awareness. without awareness, without awareness, is it understandable? They just realize this the unquestionable activity. They realize it, and there is a certain separation between this and that. That's just happening. That is just happening in your mind. But that is another truth. That is another truth. The reality is before recognition. There is no separation between this and that oneness. Oneness, you never be able to be aware of it because of oneness. Very great. I know how penetrate the but the things, even just even just you just understand what I am saying, what again was just the teacher. That's it, totally useless. Once you just become as it is, these things, once is enough. Once is enough. That's why so more. Once is enough. Once you just become as it is, then you never be deceived by thinking or thought. Never ever. You never be deceived by thinking or thought. You just know. You totally just realize what the thinking or thought is. So you never be deceived by thinking or thought. Unfortunately, right now, what ordinary people is totally deceived by thinking also, because people don't know much about what's happened before recognition. That's the reason we have to do something. Then the more you just do something, the more you just penetrate what you are facing. Then eventually there is no separation, no intervention between that and this. You totally become one. You totally become one. Then you'll be able to just realize who you are. That's the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. Okay. Just like the Shakyamuni Buddha, then Jinen Roshi is so great because he can say so. He can just say this one. See, just like Shakyamuni Buddha and the patriarchs, I know the root cause of all human suffering. You see, once you just realize who you are, you'll be able to just realize these things. You can just say these things. I know the roots of cause of all human suffering. See? That's the reason I know how to eliminate the roots of human suffering and the delusion. Then you'll be able to save everybody. See? Because you totally realize what the trouble is, what the question is, what the problem is, what the suffering is. Yeah, as far as people are concerned, people don't know much about what's cause us problem is. Only one thing, minor sense, only one. See, when I face this, then simply just become as it is. Then realize what it is. At the same time, the people just recognize this. At the same time, people recognize this. What you think about we are other self. Then once you just become once the people just recognize this one as ourselves. At the same time, what the people call the others just come out. See, before recognize this, see, there is nothing exists. This and this one existing, not existing. Once you recognize this, then at the same time, this one just come out. See, this is after recognition. After recognition. Before recognition, there is nothing exists. See, there is nothing because there is nothing exists. There is no proof at all. Very simple. Very simple. See, people, they once you realize this, so see, yeah. One thing I just missed. So then kind of thinking also, you just recognize this, the kind of thinking just come out in your mind. Then you try to just figure out what you just try to deal with, what it is. See, this causes problem. Only this one. See, as I just told you, thinking also just come out in your mind without any reason. See, simply when I face this, the thinking just come out without any reason. That's the reason. That's why we don't need to just take care of it. Take care of it. But people try to. This causes troubles. Only this causes trouble. See? Once you just realize who you are, you'll be able to just realize this thing, so that you'll be able to save completely people. There are people who just suffering. So, this is the advantage of the Shakyamuni, what the Jinen Roshi the teacher, because he completely realized who he was. And that's the reason he can say so. And say, he can say this. Then once you just realize who you are, so you'll be able to just save everybody. Very great. I know. Okay. I know very well how everyone. I know very well how sad everyone feels without knowing their present self. See, we don't know much about we unfortunately, maybe fortunately. So once you realize who you are, so you never have any trouble. See? You never have any sadness. Sadness. So I know very well how sad everyone feels without knowing their present self, due to the misunderstanding that the root cause of their suffering is external. See, people thinking about that because the creation trouble, the cause of outside, external. That is not a truth. See, only people just create a problem, question, or trouble. People create because people just care much about the thinking also to come out in your mind without any reason. People just hold this, just grip it, and try to figure out what they do, and figure out with they deal with it. This is the only cause us of trouble. Question. This is the only, not the external one, but this kind of unnecessary activity of ourselves. If you can simply release the thinking ourselves, come out in your mind without any reason. If you can do it, there is no problem. Nothing trouble has come up. You can do that. You can do it. Then you'll be able to just accept it. Because we just try to deal with the thinking ourselves come up in your mind. That's the whole problem. You'll be able to realize or recognize it. That's easy. That's easy. So I know very well how sad everyone feels without knowing their present self. Present self is nothing concerned with what we think about ourselves. See, present ourselves is without what we are thinking about ourselves. That's the truth. That's a present self, and that is a true self, essential self. Essential. It's a very complicated. Our essential truth is without what we are thinking about ourselves. It's easy to just imagine. So very great. I know very well how sad everyone feels without knowing their present self due to the misunderstanding, and that the root and cause of their suffering is external, even though they are in a state where it is impossible to be in love. See, very fortunately, we are just existing. We are just acting. We are just doing without any doubt, any question. Yeah? So nothing trouble happens. Nothing trouble happens without doubt, without questioning. Wow. This much, we are totally misunderstanding of what's going on right now. We never have any trouble because what we think about the self or ego never exists. Okay. I also know the way that you can surely save yourself by yourself. See, we don't need to just ask someone to save us, save me. See, you can save, you can just save by yourself. See, that's Zazen. See, that's Zazen. That's the first person who just completely saves himself is Shakyamuni Buddha. He just saved himself by himself. You see, so you can do it. You can do it because Shakyamuni Buddha did. It's the same, exactly same, exactly same approach. So that if Shakyamuni Buddha, because Shakyamuni Buddha did, for us, it's possible to do. For us, it's possible to do. Okay, I also know the way that you can surely save yourself by yourself without help of others. See, very great. You can do it. You can do it by yourself. Gary-san, here is your role. 1 square meter space. This is totally enough. And just a separate set. Whatever just thinking or thought just come out in your mind. See, just release them as the, that's a totally enough. And you'll be able to say yourself by yourself. Without doing anything. This is most easy way. This is the easiest way to do them. You can do by yourself. That's it. Okay. This is a grand. This is a great matter for all humankind. This is because this is the easiest. This is the easiest way to save yourself completely. That's the reason Shakyamuni Buddha or Patriarchs recommend us to do that. See? This is a great matter for all humankind. Exactly. Okay. If you are a believer, come and sit. So if you have a kind of trouble, kind of question, kind of suffering, just come and sit. See, this is the most useful way to figure out, to solve the problem or question or trouble, whatever. If you are in doubt, come and let's talk it over until you understand. See, because our essential truth, self is so huge, tremendous big. See, so we by thinking also, you never be able to even you never be able to imagine what it is, who we are, what the truth is, the tremendous, huge, or uncountable, tremendous, uncountable. That is our essential self. Not like what we think about ourselves. What we think about the self, when you get such a tiny. But our essential self is so huge or uncountable. That's the reason people never be able to even imagine how big it is. See, that's the reason we have to do a dhaja. We have to do a dhaja. And then you do dhaja, and the kind of question that now to come out in you, just ask. Then you do dhaja, and they ask again, do dhaja. Then gradually, see, you just become as it is. This much you just attain. There is no doubt to do that. The things you just face to just prove who you are. The things you just face to just prove your essential truth. Essential. So you can just do it. We just doing anything. Just everything just prove. Then eventually, as I told you, just that and this. And that and this totally drop away. There is no separation. There is nothing exist. Then you'll be able to just realize who you are. That is that. So if you are in doubt, come and let's talk it over until you understand. Okay, this is the most important thing. As long as you have a doubt, you'll never be able to do that. So just if you have a doubt or question, just ask. Then you'll be able to just sit more. Okay. Those who seek and desire the real truth should aspire to discard this matter wholeheartedly. This is the most important thing for us to do soon. Only then you'll be able to realize who you are. See? You'll be able to realize what the universe is. What the universe is. See? What the science or scholars the thinking of what the universe is academically. It's a kind of a creation of thinking also. That kind of a universe never exists. Never existed. That's a creation of a thinking. So if you just want to make sure, just do something, then you'll be able to just realize this. What the universe is, who you are. See, that's much nothing is extremely marvelous. So Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do so. To do that, only that you'll be able to just realize what everything is, without any doubt, without any question. Gary-san, see you.
I hope so. Thank you.
Any question? Okay.
Now.
So whatever you have a question or doubt, just send the email to me, then ask. See, otherwise it's very difficult to just focus how to do that. You see, people just have a kind of a confusion. How to do that. So whatever, whenever you have a kind of question or doubt, just ask, send the email. That is totally, or sometimes call up to me. That's enough. Then you just say, then again you just have a question or doubt, just ask me, then you do nothing. And this kind of a repetition, see, we might have to do. Otherwise, as I just mentioned, you never be just focused. In a sense, yes, focus. How to do that? Because the thinking also just moves such a sensibly or delicately. See, that is the people are deceived by thinking also. So just send the email, whatever you have a question or doubt. Right. So Gary-san, 1 month's absence. We'll see you next month. Hi. Merci beaucoup.
I hope so. Thank you.
Hi. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Leslie-san, see you later.